Happy birthday, Pisces. It's Amanda here with your rune scope. This month, in conjunction with our runes, we will be using the Pagan Tarot. This deck is by Gina Pace, Luca Raimondo, and Cristiano Spadoni. I always get that wrong. And then, as always, be sure to join me for part 2 of your reading over on Vimeo channel. I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Fairy Ring by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason for your spiritual guidance for the month of. So let's jump into it. 18 readings are over on Vimeo too, if you haven't had a chance to check those out. Love, career, general. The links below in the description box. Just click or tap the little arrow beneath the video. For Pisces, what are they up to? Let's get our runes cast first. All right. Sometime today. As always, Pisces, keep in mind these are general readings, not private ones. Very big difference. As such, not all of these messages are going to be for you. Some are going to be for the other Pisceans that are watching, or in general, very general way. That's why it's called a general reading. You can always check the video for your rising sign to get additional messages and information. If you would like a birthday reading, it's the start of your new year, so it is a good time to get a reading, a private session. Just drop me a line of email address to set that up. It's here in the video, also below in that description box where all the other info is. So, in general, let's see what's going on. Pisces. Challenge or focus. The card here is the Four of Swords. Let me see what's coming through these rooms. Well, a couple of different ways this is coming in. There may be a miscommunication of some sort, and you just want to retreat from it. I feel like it's an argument for most of you, or disagreement with someone that you feel is using you or taking advantage of you, or is trying to do that, or has done so in the past. Could be a business partnership. That's the number one way it's coming in. It could be a boss or a client or a business partner. And it's something you want to retreat from, but you feel like you can't. Like you just have to say something because this is coming up as your challenge, right? So there's this like, I have to get the last word kind of energy, which is normally not like you, Pisces. So that indicates to me this is something you feel very passionate about. Or again, yeah, you are upset with somebody continuing to, this could be someone close to you. I get the business partnership, but then I'm also getting someone close enough to you that they know you very well. They know just how to push your buttons, just how to irritate you, and they, or where your weak spots are, and they are pushing those. And you be trying and trying. I feel like you're trying to take the high road, Pisces. Like you're really trying very hard to not say things or to not, but you finally just have had enough at some point in March. Or maybe this already happened for some of you, and it has been, you have retreated, like you haven't been talking to this person, but it can't kind of stay that way. And maybe the pressure, maybe they're reaching out to you, but the pressure to kind of reconnect for you is too much. There's this awkward tension, right? And it's like, I need to fix this, but I don't really know how, or I don't really feel like I should have to be the one to do it. So, for others of you, this could just be delays and frustrations, and it could be someone else screwing something up and then you having to fix it, or redoing something, like something comes back to you and you're like, oh God, I have to redo this. Because maybe there was a miscommunication about what was expected of you, or what you do have Mercury retrograde in your sign, Pisces, all during. So, and I do see that very much, that kind of energy here. Delays, restarts, redos, miscommunications, disagreements, that sort of thing. But it doesn't have to color the whole month. This could be one issue. And I do feel like this is an issue that gets sparked. And you try very hard to take the high road, but everybody has an end of their rope here, Pisces. And for others of you, it could be that, this is just your feelings, right? You're feeling this way emotionally because you've had this disagreement or argument with someone. And now it's kind of like, who's going to talk first, or who's going to who's going to concede first or who's going to make the reparations first. So what we've got in the present energy, we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So the present is going to be into early. Yeah, this could be like you're having trouble juggling. You could just be very busy. And it's a good thing, but it's just you're going to have to reschedule. You're going to have to shift some things around. You're going to have to figure, you're kind of, you got a lot to do. And you may be kind of suffering under the weight of it, especially dealing with a partnership. So for some of you, this could be a romantic partnership. For others of you, it could be, again, any relationship, any person that you're close to, and just, there's been a severance of ties or a disagreement, or somebody's dropped the ball, or it's a business partnership that you feel like, again, is like you're not so sure about it. Maybe you were sure at the beginning, but you've also got Yara here, which is talks about contracts, legalities, karmic contracts between two people. And with it coming up next to give you, I think for most of you, this is personal. And it may be also just that you're busy with work and you've got a lot of corrections to make, or things that you have to kind of, maybe it's on all fronts. I'm sorry to say, Pisces, like clarity is going to be very difficult to come by, unfortunately, in March, because people are just not expressing themselves, You probably won't be either, because again, Mercury is retrograde in your sign. So you think that you were clear about something, but you were not. Or you think that you understood what someone was saying, but they weren't being as clear as they thought. So a cloud of confusion seems to be hanging over the month of March. It's not irreparable here, Pisces. We don't have any we do have one major arcana. I take that back. We'll get to it in a second. But still most of these are minor arcana. They're kind of lower cards here. So I don't think it's a huge deal. It'd just be the little normal Mercury retrograde things going on that you're like, really? Now I get this on top of this? But yeah, to do with a partnership, either business or personal. And you'd be thinking, I think this is too much to take on. So knowing that in advance, if you're watching on the February side or early in March, be very careful of biting off more than you can chew, taking on more than you can handle, committing yourself to things. And again, the caveat is on the table. Yeah, any legal partnerships, if you are thinking about becoming engaged or getting married in March, or making any sort of business deal in March with Mercury retrograde, it's probably not going to last. I was just telling Cancer, anything I've ever started during a Mercury retrograde that was new, if it's something old you're going back to, that's different, an old project, an old client, an old boss, an old love, that has a chance of surviving a Mercury retrograde. But if it's something brand new that you're starting, a new contract, a new job, a new relationship, in my own life, nothing I've ever started new during a Mercury retrograde has lasted. It just doesn't have the staying power, the energy to make it last. So if you're okay with something being temporary and crashing and burning eventually, and there's some things in life that we're fine if it's temporary, right? If you're okay with it being a temporary job or a temporary project, a temporary client, fine. But yeah, there could be something coming up in the present that legally you don't feel comfortable signing. There'll be wording in a contract you don't like. There'll be wording in a settlement or a legal document you don't like. You don't want to sign some kind of disclosure agreement to do with work that you don't, something that would be legally binding that you're feeling, I don't know if I like the wording with this here. So, but that seems to be coming up in the present for some of you. Others of you, I think this is just a warning to not take on too much. And then honestly, all of this could just be like a result of, I got all of this work, but now I've got maybe like this argument or disagreement with the boss, or they're saying I did something when I didn't, or, they're trying to blame something on me that's not fault. There's somebody who's trying to kind of like take advantage of you in some way. And you have to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. For whatever reason, if this is a new job or a new contract or a new client, you could feel obligated or something like, I can't say no, or they won't come back to me, or they won't hire me again. Just really kind of know your limits when it comes to workload, Pisces, and err on the side of not taking enough on. That's how these readings you can totally flip the script on these and make it a better month, right? You can totally be like, oh, that wasn't for me. And really because you changed it because you took the advice. So that's what I'm getting is, err on the side of not enough work, because it seems like you're going to have something else going on it would just be too much. The help that's going to be available, we do have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this lack of clarity is actually going to help you. Let me see what's coming through, because it is coming up as your help. So let's see what's coming through with the runes. Something happens that is an annoyance due to these delays, due to even this disagreement, due to this lack of clarity, this confusion, where it's going to make you have to go see someone, go talk to someone, go be somewhere, travel to visit somebody, but it's going to put you in the right place at the right time for a reward because you've got Thor's rune. So there's something happening in March, Pisces, that you're going to see as an inconvenience or really irritating that you have to handle or go deal with, but it's happening for a bigger purpose, to put you in the right place at the right time for good luck. Now, what area that's in, I do not know. That would be a private reading. It'll be different for all of you. For some of you, it's car trouble, the classic Mercury retrograde car trouble. And it's like, well, yeah, of course you're having car trouble. It's going to be too much to fix. You got to get a new vehicle or something happens and it's just done. And it's like, oh God, now I have to buy a new car, but you're going to get a really awesome car. Maybe there's a really awesome deal. Yeah, again, right place, right time. Someone says, oh, your car's dead. Well, look at this really dandy. This one, there's a really good one my uncle has for sale or cousin, or, I saw this really cute one on the highway. For sale at the lot, whatever. You could be winning something, and too, winning a trip, winning a car, winning something to do with travel or, like physical movement. So a gym membership. I don't know if you've entered any contests, Pisces. Yeah, could be big, could be small. Not seeing lottery. Lottery for me is contracted because it changes your life so drastically. So that would be something you plan before you come here. And I'm rarely going to see that in a general reading. It would only come up in a private reading. So, I mean, again, it's not a science. It could be, but it doesn't feel like that. This doesn't feel like life-changing, but it feels like pretty cool. Okay. But again, it doesn't, for all of you, it's not going to require you to go somewhere. It is going to be maybe just this, project you're working on that you have to redo or revamp or go back and correct. And even though you're like, oh, I can't believe I have to redo this, the end result is going to, again, bring you luck, put you in touch with the right people. You're going to be recognized for maybe like the final product in some way that it wouldn't have been the case if you hadn't gone back to the drawing board with this. So what must be accepted? We got the Devil. But it's in reverse. And this is our major arcana that I mentioned earlier. So let me show you what it looks like in this deck in the upright. So in the reverse, the Devil's about a release from an addiction, a release from bondage, a release or liberation from a negative situation, negative job, negative relationship, negative circumstances. So if you're in a job you hate, Pisces, or if you're just doing something that you don't want to do anymore, you could be liberated from it. But it could be a liberation that you don't make yourself. It could be a retreat or an end to work that is kind of forced upon you, unfortunately. So, you could be let go from something, or a contract could be broken or ended here, Pisces. So, but there's something, again, bigger and brighter. It's because something better is coming. And this thing that is a loss or that you feel is negative is actually, it's putting you in the right place at the right time to actually receive a very lucky break. So, yeah, but you have to get unstuck from whatever this is first. whatever this is, even if it is a job, like I do feel, or a client or something, a project that you really wanted to do that you unfortunately didn't get or didn't get to work on. Whatever you're not getting or whatever is going is actually, it has to go to free you up for something that you're really meant to do, that you're going to be far more positive about. So this could also be someone close to you being liberated from a negative situation, a codependent relationship, a possessive relationship, toxic relationship, an addiction. Some of you, maybe this is like rehabilitation. Maybe you're going to get help for an addiction issue, or going to get help for some sort of maybe medical help, some sort of health or mental or emotional issue you've been experiencing, or maybe going to talk to someone about this. Maybe it's because you're finally seeing something or recognizing something, or someone close to you is finally seeing or recognizing something about themselves that's like, hey, I need help with this. I can't handle this on my own. So, and for some of you, maybe this is something you've been telling this person for a long time. You know, you should go see someone, talk to someone about this, or you should call someone or get help so you can get out of this problem, get out of this situation. Now, the outcome that we have here for, we've got the Initiate of Pentacles. So here it is in the upright. Let me see what's coming through with the runes here. This could be an earth sign person, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, male or female. But they could be the one that you feel is being selfish or self-centered. It could just be coming up indicating the boss. Again, whether they're male or female, the person that you're getting money from, the person that you're supposed to be getting cash from, the settlement from, the client. It's somebody who's very self-centered and ego-driven. Greedy is sometimes the case with this. So, wow. This is the equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, just for those of you that are more familiar with that suit, with that format. This is somebody who refuses to see their own mistakes or their own problems, but maybe really eager to point out the mistakes of others. So it's somebody who doesn't want to see their negative side. So this is very much an energy of the way or the highway. So I don't know if this is the boss. I don't know if it's this person you're getting into an argument with. Again, maybe because they are trying to take a project that you want, or trying to interfere in your work in some way, tell you how to do your job. It's an interfering kind of energy. Oftentimes it's that energy of someone who has no clue how to do your job, but they want to sit and tell you how to do it all day. And again, you can bite your lip, Pisces. You could not fire back, but I think it's going to be very difficult, because this is going to be, I don't know, just very challenging to everything you know, right? Again, someone taking advantage of you in some way, or like wanting to kind of use you up, but then not give you the credit is what I'm feeling. And I'm sorry to say that, Pisces. But again, a couple of different ways you can deal with this. This could be, a love relationship, but again, it would be I don't see a lot of emotion. So I really feel like it's more of a work situation, a boss, a manager. Again, somebody who's clueless as far as like what you actually do and what it takes to do what you do, and then doesn't communicate clearly what they want you to do or expect you to do on a project, and then to come back and say that this is, an issue and send you back to the drawing board. I feel like it's either like you'll do it, but you're really going to be like biting your tongue, or, you just find that this is like the last straw in a series of similar behaviors. Maybe you've been somewhere for a long time, or you've been working with this client for a long time, and you're just at the end of your rope with what's going on here. So meet me over on Vimeo, Pisces. I'm going to pull one card from the Fairy Ring. Again, by Anne Franklin and Paul Mason. Want to see what clarity we can get on this. We always got more information in those little one card readings. They usually bring it together with like what the overall succinct best way to handle these energies will be for the month. So definitely check that out. And you can also check out the 18 readings over there if you want to get past just this 1 month that looks a bit challenging, Pisces, and see what the rest of the year holds. Definitely check those out. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you back here next month.